Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans, taking on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, an early season tilt, and when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Cousins on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Dalvin Cook.
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. Cook on the first down carry there as he works his way forward for a gain of about 4. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Play fake. Cousins. A heavy rush, and down he goes.
Kirk Cousins.
Sacked there by Whitney Merciless, and sometimes he gets overlooked on this Houston defense with J.J. Watt on that side of the ball. But remember, he was a first-round pick for this Texans team back in 2012. And in 2019, led the team with 7.5 sacks and 4 forced fumbles.
It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
I don't care how you look at it, how you cut it, how you parse it. Adam Thielen continues to be an absolute marvel, coming from where he did, Division III football, to being one of the top receivers in the NFL. But it's going to be vital for the Vikings in 2020 to keep number 19 on the field, especially since he lost his old running mate Stephon Diggs to the Buffalo Bills. And a hamstring injury last year really held his numbers in check. His lowest receiving yardage since 2015. Look for another breakout from Adam Thielen after plays like that.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
On first down, it's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Anthony Barr brought him down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Harrison.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. This is close. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's Watson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Back at the 49.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
On 4th down, Watson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
At the 26-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Vikings 3, Texans nothing.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Vikings 27-yard line.
Still on his feet. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This an easy one, 23-yarder. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. That will go down is a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. Some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. What did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Take over first and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
At the 32-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up third and less.
They'll run it. Here's Cook, and he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
On the carry.
Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. On play action, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen, and that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think
he's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
38-yard line.
Well, that certainly makes you think back to last year's wild card round when Deshaun Watson got out of the pocket to his right, found Tywan Jones for one of the plays of the year.
It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Now it's Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Watson looks to throw again. And it is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
And a great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3.
Vikings 3.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10. at their own 26-yard line.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession.
With just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 20.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. Well, this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And it's the Titans on top as that one draws close to halftime. The Titans locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, it's off to North Carolina to check on the Panthers at home in Charlotte. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Christian McCaffrey has a touchdown there. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Zach Pascal, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
1st and 10. At their own 31-yard line.
So here are the Texans to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And they start the second half with Johnson. And a scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
For a Texans first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Taken down.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
It's a pickup.
Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I talked with one of the better defense coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Cook with a run on first down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down.
At the 39-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They run it again with Cook. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
On the carry. He was taken down at the...
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that when this one is over.
10 at the Texans' 31-yard line.
Play action now. Cousins. And has it, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18. 12 yards there and a first down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And it's caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
His kick is...
And he's able to put it through. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense on balance.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10.
Watson a give. This is Johnson.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Secured by his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 42. 12 yards there and a first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
It's a gain of 8.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Johnson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A 3-yard pickup.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. That would go for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Over the middle here to Rudolph. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. The second back at the 33-yard line. Cousins to throw. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. It's caught, Stills, right side. He'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 23 yards on the play.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try to keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was. is.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. 5 plays there on that drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And this carries into the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. To throw again on second down. Cousins very quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Cousins now to throw on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing again on second down. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Vikings first down.
First down, here's Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Houston, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.